welcome back. If you're new around here, then hello, nice to meet you, and if you are returning, then thank you very much for coming back. There is some sort of subscribe button, some sort of stuff like that below. I don't usually say this sort of thing, but I'm aware that I might be quite close to 300 over here now, which might be a nice number to get to. Also, I have reached my target of 2,000 people over on Instagram. I'm going to do a little giveaway over there shortly, so if you're into that kind of thing, go and follow me over there. It is the same name as this channel, it's not that difficult, so you can head over there if you like that kind of thing. This is going to be a monthly roundup. It should not be quite as lengthy as they normally are, because for the simple reason I don't feel like I've got as much products to talk about this month. I haven't read as many books, and what were we thinking about TV? I think the only thing that I've really started was The Sinner, which is a really old programme, so I don't think there was anything like, if you've seen it, you've seen it, and if you haven't, then look, I've pretty much done my TV section now. Yeah, The Sinner, we started watching The Sinner, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought it was really good. You know, if you've watched me for any length of time, I love a bit of true crime, murder, mystery type stuff, and the first series was brilliant. We are currently in episode 3 of the second series, and there is a new series out now, so that's been my kind of TV. There you go, that was a little snippet of extra stuff. Otherwise, if you fancy seeing some beauty skincare, what I've been doing throughout the month of June, and keep watching. My hair is getting very long again, and I probably need to deal with this fringe and put another little wash of dye through it. Look at it, it's getting crazy. I also have a spectacular couple of spots here. I've also started a new skincare series, shall we say. I will link up the first video here, and they will be coming to you every either Saturday or Sunday. So I can say either skincare Saturday or skincare Sunday. I didn't opt on a day, so just whatever day I get it up, it will be one of them, but it's going to be every weekend for the foreseeable future. So with that being said, let's start off with some skincare. If you do follow me over on Instagram, you will have seen a little IGTV of a Beautify haul that I done quite recently. Beautify haul, I fucking hate that word haul, I'm sorry, it's just we don't really say it here in Britain. So I subscribed to Beautify eventually. They have been on my radar for about over a year now, but they didn't really, my nose wasn't bothering me. I wasn't fussed, basically. As I say, I do have a video on the haul. I'm just going to address something here before I start speaking about their products though, and that is with regards to the Black Lives Matter movement. So I am aware that Beautify's range of colours, as in whether it's tinted moisturisers, foundations, concealers, etc., have been very poor. That is not something I was aware of. I was ignorant to it because foundation is not generally something I buy a lot of. I know what I like and I like what I know, so I don't shop about for foundation. So to be fair, I probably wasn't that aware of it, but once it was brought to my attention, I thought, Jesus, like their colour range is really shitty. And they also were charging more money for deeper colours, or they were charging different amounts of money for different colours. I'm not saying the lighter ones were the cheapest and the darker ones were the more expensive, but they were definitely, there was differences in price, which really, it shouldn't be, should it? It should just all be one price. And if that means me as a fair skinned person have to pay a little bit more money so that people of deeper skin tones have an option, I'm all for that. I think that's great. That has been addressed though. They are looking into that as far as I know, and they also did not do the pull up or shut up despite being asked to. A lot of companies did manage to do that, so I don't know why they didn't, but I just wanted to address those two things. There are a couple other things going on, but I wanted to address that before I spoke about their products, because I don't want to sit here as if I'm completely ignorant to the fact. I'm not, I'm aware of it. In saying that, I have seen a lot of influencers or big beauty YouTubers actually just throwing out loads of brands because they don't have a good shade range. One of my favourite, and I'm not like pointing fingers here, but I am going to name them, Anna Newton from the Anna Edit, who I love watching her videos. She addressed the Black Lives Matter, and I don't think that was the wrong thing to do. I thought that was very admirable of her, but she then went on in this video to be like, okay, so you won't hear me speaking about this brand anymore, you won't hear me speaking about this brand anymore. And just for example, off the top of my head, one of the things she was speaking about was the Bronze Universal from Chanel, which after years and years of saying this product was a wonderful product, she's now just binned it, as if, I don't mean literally binned it, she might still be using it, but she won't be talking about it on videos, which I understand her reasons and I respect her reasons. But I did feel a little bit like, as an influencer, for someone who has recommended a product to me for years and years, and I don't actually own said product, but you've said over years and years there are going to be people who bought that on your recommendation and who enjoy that, and now you're basically saying to them, but I'm just getting rid of that because they don't have a good shade range. So I'm a little on the fence about it. How do people feel about that? I am a mere kind of white woman, ignorant to the fact. I just wondered how people thought about that, or how people feel about that, because I don't feel, with regards to waste, we should just be binning our £30 foundations because they don't have a good shade range. Make it your future to make yourself more aware of, okay, this is what this company does, and does my ethical standpoint align with this company, and am I going to buy from them? That's what I would say, because I have seen a lot of like, and if they can afford to do that, just bin all the stuff they have and only speak about, you know, go out and buy a whole new section of stuff, that's fine. But I think for the reality of a lot of people, be it black, white, Asian, whatever nationality or race you are, I think most people wouldn't be just ditching a £40 to £60 bronzer. I'm just gonna say it because I think it's something that kind of got to me last month when I seen that happening. I was almost felt like I was being demonized for using a brand of lipstick. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's my white privilege coming through. Maybe that's me just being like, oh, woe is me. I'd rather people were open and honest. I'd rather be honest about my feelings and we were able to talk about it on here. It's getting deep and meaningful again. I'm sorry. Let's talk about skincare. So anyway, the reason I wanted to kind of address those issues was because I didn't want you to think I was ignorant of it. So, Beautify, how do they work? Blah, blah, blah. It's not a video about Beautify, but I'm sure you all know how it works. You sign up, you get a £10 a month subscription. I think that's the minimum. You can get higher subscriptions, but the one I got was 10, which means you get something like a £200 allowance. That doesn't mean to say you have to spend £200. It means if this product cost you £60 in a high-end place like Space NK, then you might buy it for £15, but the £60 is still deducted from your allowance. You're allowed to spend up to £200 worth of the retail value as opposed to what Beautify are selling it for. So, okay, but I think the reason that my nose really got like bothersome about it, and I thought I'm gonna just take the plunge and sign up to this, was because I saw a lot of people speaking about the skincare side of things. I was never that fussed about their makeup, but I seen the skincare, and we all know I'm an absolute skincare junkie. So I picked, oh, and you have a minimum of 3 months subscription. So that's the minimum amount of time you can sign up for. You can't just sign up for a month, it has to be 3 months. So prepare to shell out £30 and whatever on top if you're buying things, just saying. So Beautify triple hyaluronic acid. The reason I picked this up was because I was just about to finish the one from Skin Truth and I thought I want to pick up another one. Now I don't know if you can see, look, I have made a relatively large dent in this. It is a 50ml bottle. I can't remember all the prices. I will link everything down below, but I've used about half of it so far, and this is a triple hyaluronic. That means that hyaluronic acid comes in slightly different weights, slightly different strengths, if you want to say that way. It basically means they are different weights or molecular weights so that they can penetrate the skin slightly differently. People who are slightly more advanced scientifically than myself might argue that point with me, but as far as I'm aware, that's what this means, because I know that hyaluronic acid comes in different weights. So it also has a lipopeptide, so it's like a peptide serum, a ceramide serum, and a hyaluronic acid all in one as well. So this has meant that I use this when I come out. I've washed my face, I've spritzed my face, I put this on. I don't then use a peptide serum. I could, but because this has got peptides in it, I've not felt the need to. So far, what I'm going to say is I've enjoyed it. I think it's really good. I have to say, Beautify as a whole, as a monthly kind of roundup, it's quite nice. Like, the products appear luxurious. It's in like glass bottles and things, which is very nice for recycling as well. But the packaging, all that kind of stuff, is high quality, high end, from what you would expect to see from a very high price tag brand. So that is nice, but the proof is always in the product. And so far, I think it's good. Would I go swapping it in, like, to say, oh, it's the best hyaluronic acid I've ever used? Not yet. But what I do enjoy is the fact that it has the peptide in it as well, because the Beautify, which I use from The Ordinary, is £12. So I'm not needing to buy 2 separate ones. Will I continue to buy 2 separate ones? Maybe, yes, because I've just done an order from Boots and ordered some stuff from The Ordinary. So I will pick up the Beautify again, but as a starter, I didn't think this was all that bad. I thought it was quite nice. My skin doesn't seem any worse for wear for it. Yes, I do have 2 spots here, but we have discussed this. This could very much be hormonal. I have also had quite a bit of sun on my face, so you can probably see all my freckles have came out. I have found this good to keep me hydrated. I've not felt that my skin has been dried out or anything with the sun. I have been using SPF, obviously, you know my feelings on SPF. Actually, that video might not be up yet. It'll be coming up soon. But I have been enjoying this. I would buy it again, but because they've got so much to choose from, will I buy it again? That's the thing, because you obviously... perfume bottle just fell over, shat myself. Because this is deducted then from your allowance, would I be like, right, I'm going to use 50 quid to get it again, or will I try something else? That's kind of the problem I feel with Beautify. Not a problem, but it's something you have to think about. You can't just go on and pick up all your favourite bits, because they amount to your allowance, and then you can't spend any more over that unless you want to up your subscription, which at the moment I am not planning on doing. The next thing that I picked up from Beautify was their Plantastic Apricot, however you say it, deep cleansing butter. Now this also came with a face cloth, a muslin cloth, but I've not opened that yet because I already have a few open, and I just thought I'll keep it in the packet, keep it good. It came a little spoon. Now as I said, the packaging is really nice. It is like as if it's a bit of a high-end beauty product. This is quite highly fragranced. Also, you do not need a lot of this for it to do its job. I will say that as well. That's why when I showed you that there, you probably think, God, she used it twice. I haven't. I've actually used it maybe 4 or 5 times now, and you don't need a lot of it. It goes a long way. It is quite highly fragranced though. It's apricot. It kind of smells a little bit fruity. I would still say do a skin test if you've got overly sensitive skin, but it is something you're going to wash off your face. It's not going to sit on your face, so you know, you do you and your skin. I've really been enjoying this, I have to say. I do think it's really, really nice. It is slightly textured, which I wasn't expecting, but the closest thing I would put it to is the Eve Lom. Now, if you've seen my balm cleanser video, I'll put it up here. I didn't like the Eve Lom because it was too exfoliant almost. This is like a lesser version of that. I feel like this is what Eve Lom should have been, even though Eve Lom is a really, really big, reputable, like, well, I wouldn't say they're reputable, I didn't enjoy the product, but a really big high-end brand, high price tag brand. I prefer this. It has got the very slightest bit of texture to it, just to give you a minimal, like, microdermabrasion type thing going on, but it is not scratchy. It is not sore. You do not feel like you're literally taking the top layer of skin off. It's very soothing, it's very nice, and obviously goes into a bit of a balm to oil texture. So I have really been enjoying this. My friend Amanda from Amanda Loves Clothes, she was the one that recommended this to me, and it was actually one of the things that pushed me over the edge to go and subscribe to Beautify, and I'm glad I did. Will I buy this again? Yes, I would be inclined to say that I would. Again, it takes up your allowance. Then you get a kind of swings and roundabouts whether you want to try something different. But this will not, I will not use this up within the month. So if I have 3 months worth, I'll try other things because I'm not going to need to be using this. Whereas the hyaluronic one, I'm getting up, like, used up through very quickly. So it's one of those situations, like, I think this will last longer, so I absolutely would purchase this again because I probably won't need to buy it again for another 3 to 4 months. It will last that long. Now, I also got 2 makeup products from Beautify, but I'm going to leave them for makeup because I'm going to speak about the last skincare item. This is the Hyaluronic Colour Suntouch. This one is the one that has a slight shimmer to it. Now, it has no effect of leaving glitterati glitter ball on your face. It's much more of a dewy shine. Do you see this here? It's much more like that, which is right up my street. Again, I just have to address the fact that Hyaluronic have come out and said that their shade range within this brand and within this product is poor. They have recognised that and they are looking to change that. Again, really nice to hear from a brand to say, hi, yeah, we know we've not been doing good enough, and here's what we're doing to change. It is an SPF of 50, which is wonderful. I would still tend to put on my moisturiser, leave that, and then put this on, but you could use it as a kind of moisturiser come sunscreen if you wanted. But me personally, I have been using my moisturiser underneath it. It leaves the slightest tint of colour. That's it there. Now it looks quite pale there, but actually when you rub it on, it leaves the slightest tint. It's not much, and it does leave a lovely sheen on the skin. As an SPF, I've been loving it. This is almost like the Kiehl's Glow formula, the one that I've spoke about for years and years, and I like in the summertime as a kind of base, or just what I would put on instead of a foundation, because I don't tend to wear foundation that often, and if I'm in the sun especially, fuck wearing foundation, who could be bothered? So it is a really nice alternative. It is not as heavy as a BB cream or a tinted moisturiser, but it is just a little something extra like the Kiehl's one, but also has SPF. So winner, winner, winner. Absolutely love it, think it's wonderful. Let's get them adapting their shade range, and then we'll really be on to a winner. Okay, so moving on to makeup. First of all, I have both products on my face today. This is the Beautify, what's the, oh, I can't remember what they're called. It's like some sort of wonder stick, but it's basically a stick eyeshadow. One of those little ones, like Laura Mercier, like the Kiko ones I've spoke about before. I got it in On Taupe, which is what I have on my eyelids today. I'm gonna say it's lovely. It's very, very nice. The colour, however, I feel doesn't look that cool toned on my eyes. It probably has a little bit of warmth to it. Personally, it's a little bit greyish for me. I would prefer to try it in different colours. I will absolutely continue to use this. I think it's really, really nice. I think the product itself is really, really nice. I just feel in my skin tone, it's kind of got that grunge look, which again, for me, doesn't really bother me. Kind of like that. But sometimes I like there to be a brightening. This definitely like deepens up my eyes. Even under here, like you can see the little bags under my eyes. It is accentuating them, which if I'm going for that slightly more grunge look, it's fine. But as an everyday like wash of colour, it definitely makes my eyes a little darker, and it's not what I was going for. But I will use this, and I would be intrigued to try in other colours. The only thing I'm a bit dubious about is some of the other colours, you know, this is matte. The taupe one is matte. But some of the other colours that I thought, oh, that looks good, I'd like to try that, I already have. This is the Laura Mercier in copper. This is the Kiko. It's not got a colour name. It's just like a number. But it's kind of like a khaki green colour. And the colours that I found myself gravitating towards on the site were very similar. And I thought, well, what's the point in me picking them up if I already have these two? I don't want to be wasteful about it. Like I say, with the skincare, I can get through a lot faster than the likes of this. I only have one set of eyes. I don't wear eyeshadow every single day. And if I do, it's not the same colour every single day. So therefore, I'm a little bit like, what colour will I go for? But I'm going to have a look again when it comes round to me putting my next order in. And if there are other shades in the matte colours, I will be checking them out and maybe giving them a go, because I do really like the product. I just feel this colour isn't what I expected it would be. And it says taupe, so I should have known better, but it's a little bit too greyish and cool toned for me, but I like it today, it looks nice. So next up, I tried their matte lip crayon, but this is one that's like the NARS dupe for their matte lip crayons. I got the colour Caught Me, and it's gorgeous. It's so, so nice. It's what I've got on today. It's kind of worn off a little bit now, but these are delicious. They smell a little bit like Milky Bar buttons, so if you don't like an overly vanilla scent, something to keep in mind. So easy to put on though. I love the colour. It's probably the closest I get to a nude because of my kind of colour in my face. This, although, I don't know, it looks a little bit orangey on the camera, but it's not. It's much more of a kind of dusky rose colour, I suppose. So easy, so nice on, very comfortable, does dry out a little, but with balm.com, just a little bit on the top, keeps the colour, still makes it look like there's a little bit of something there, like it almost fades out into like this kind of lip liner situation if you put some of the balm.com on, and I really like it. I think these are really, really nice, and I will absolutely be looking at other colours to try out. I really like how I can get the kind of buffed out effect on my lips as well with it. It's really good. Sorry, these spots. What's going on with my face? That's what happens though. That is our face. We get spots. These are, honestly, it's okay. You're allowed to have spots. You're allowed to have wrinkles. These things are allowed, don't worry. And lastly, I'm going to speak about the Rebel Eyes from Gosh. Now, I did speak about this a few months ago. It actually came as a free gift when I ordered something from Superdrug. I think this was maybe pre-lockdown or just the first week in lockdown I bought this. I kind of put it to the side because I started using the Glossier one. I also was using Roller Lash again for a little while. I just kind of alternate. You don't want them to totally dry up. So I did kind of get pushed to the side. I want to say this month though, I've pulled it back out and I'm like, yeah, why did I stop using this? I didn't give it enough credit the first time round, but it's really, really nice. It's what I've got on today. It's definitely more volumizing than that of the Lash Slick. And I've got liner on today, I know, but actually a lot of the time lately what I've been doing is just eyeshadow in this because it makes my eyelashes go, it's that really dramatic effect without being clumpy. So I thought I'm going to give this another mention because, as I say, it's never nice when you see somebody talk about something once and then you're like, they've never fucking spoken about that again. So this is like a second kind of monthly roundup situation and it's really, really good. Not the best for non-fall down, not the best for like being waterproof I suppose, but the effect is really good and I don't mind too much if I just have to smudge under my eyes a little bit. But as I say, I don't mind that grungy look. Alright, next up, this again was in my monthly roundup last month and it is the So Fresh Floral. It's the one that smells like Glossy You. As you can see, I have well and truly used this up this month and I will absolutely buy it again. I think it's great and when I put in a Boots order or Superdrug, wherever it may be, I will absolutely pick this up again. Love it so much. Now this one is a little bit of a weird one. I don't have a specific hair spray or anything like that I'm very committed to. I like volumizing hairsprays, but with that sometimes you get a lot of like crunchiness. Again, doesn't matter to me quite so much because my hair is so straight anyway. If I put something that's a little bit crunchy on my hair and then give it a brush out, it usually means the curl will hold a little better. This, however, is the Lacura Firm Hold hairspray. So it says it's a firm hold. It says that it's like super duper crunch fest. But I think they're trying to go for the L-Net. L-Net from L'Oreal, do you know what I mean? So actually, I find it's actually a softer hold. It's what I've got in today, and as you can see, my curls are a lot less. I mean, my hair is getting longer, so it's getting a little heavier. But my hair is a lot less curls and a bit more wave about it today, and this is what I've been using, and I didn't have high hopes for it, but I actually really like it. So, you know, also I think Chloe's Deal Club had mentioned recently, because she always has like really good deals going on and she sends out a lovely newsletter. I'm just going to link her down below to be honest with you, but she put out that they had the Lacura not only glow tonic dupes, they also have the highlighter sticks, which are dupes for the Halo Scope, and you know that I love the Burt's Bees one. So Lacura have brought out quite a lot of good stuff recently. I would be inclined to go and check out some of these things. Another book that I picked up this month, oh, and actually I've got this book and a Hoover at the same time. The excitement of being in your 30s, it's so exciting to get a new Hoover. I got one of those shark Hoovers. I know people will be like, what the fuck is this? But it's actually unbelievable. Like, you know when you get a new Hoover, and I had quite a good Hoover anyway, but the handle broke off it and I thought, right, okay, I've had this for about 4 years now, probably could get a new Hoover. And I'm really loath, like I've always been someone that just goes to Asda or Argos or whatever, picks up a cheap Hoover, it doesn't bother me. So when my other half was like, well, we'll get a decent one this time, I was like, oh, not a Dyson. I'm not paying money for a Hoover that could go on a bloody holiday, but clearly not at the moment. So we saw one that was on offer and it was one of the shark ones, and I will link it below, and it's amazing, annoyingly. And I'm partly now like, okay, I get the hype around Hoovers now. I get it, I understand it. But the same day that my Hoover was arrived, this arrived as well. Now this is called, it is by someone called Petite Luxures. My French is terrible. And it's called Intimate Stories. Now, word of warning, this is relatively explicit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a 33-year-old woman. I can read whatever the fuck I like. But I'm telling you now, if you look into it, don't look at me funny, like as if, oh, that's a bit raunchy. I am a sexual being and I like to talk about this kind of stuff, especially not on YouTube, but in real life, and I'm a little raunchy. I don't mind it. So this book is a collection of, can I show one that's not going to be too explicit? I don't want to show anything that means I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube. There we go. That's just two nice people sitting in a cinema having a very good time. So it comes with these little illustrations and then stories, because this is someone on Instagram who does kind of erotic art, so to speak. You can see me going red now, it's so ridiculous. But I really enjoy their Instagram. I think their Instagram is really, really good. And personally, I quite enjoy like the imagination side of romance and things like that, as opposed to graphic stuff that you might see on the likes of Pornhub. So for me, I seen they released a book and I thought that looks really cool, that looks really interesting. And it is, so it's not explicit drawings, but there are, I mean, there's like a nice drawing, like with a pair of pants stuck to somebody's windscreen, and the story of that was that they had went out of an evening and couldn't wait to get home and found themselves doing something on top of a car bonnet. And I really like that. I think that's really nice. It seems a lot more relatable and realistic as opposed to a lot of porn stuff that we see nowadays. I don't know why I've included this, but I just wanted to say this. I've really been enjoying this. I think it's really good. It's nice to like peruse things like that every now and again, and I enjoy the more artful side of stuff like that. I think bodies are just bodies, if I'm honest with you. I don't mind nude drawings, I don't mind like illustrations, and I think fine, let me see it. And the art is really good and I really rate this person on Instagram. I don't actually know if they're male or female, I have to say, but this is their book. I will link it below, and if you're a little bit frisky like me, you can go and check it out. And finally, from one raunchy illustration to another, this painting here, I don't know if you'll see it right, this is me, which I thought was really kind. So a girl that I know on Instagram again, but actually she's known within a mum group that is nearby where I live. She draws people, like she draws figures and things like that. She enjoys doing it, and she had messaged me and said, Alana, do you mind if I send you the picture I done of you? And it was because I got some lovely underwear from Miss Vivienne. I'm going to put that picture in here. Again, we've went from raunchy to very raunchy very quickly. You can tell I've had a good month. But basically, this was the underwear, and I have actually ordered again from her because the underwear is beautiful. It's so nice. It's very feminine, very pretty, which I feel now, being in my 30s, as opposed to the real raunchy stuff, it's just, it's nicer. It makes me feel nice, which makes me feel more confident. And you could wear like trussed up in a corset and stockings and not feel confident in that and not feel pretty in that. And then that's not going to show through, is it? So if you're wearing something that you think is genuinely very flattering and very pretty and you feel good in it, then why not? Miss Vivienne's stuff is glorious. It is so, so nice. And so she had used one of my photos of me in her underwear on her site, and Amy had sent me this when she'd seen it and said, I wanted to just draw a wee picture of you in it. But obviously, not my face in it or anything in it, so I've got leaves for hair, but I just thought it was so nice. I thought it was so kind, and I love the fact that she's included my little insulin pump button here, so it's on my tummy, and I just thought that was really nice. So that has been my monthly favourites. We got really raunchy there towards the end, sorry. That has been my monthly favourites roundup, etc. this month. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I just feel like this is going to get so many comments now because it's not something I generally speak about, but you know, I am a woman, I am a human at the end of the day. Anyway, let me know what you're loving this month, let me know what you're up to, and try and get me to 300 if you haven't subscribed already, if you haven't unsubscribed now that you've watched this, and I will see you all again in the next one. Bye!